this weekend I've just had a kind of a long weekend. I haven't seen two of my friends in like a while. So we had like a bank holiday here in the UK, which is basically a public holiday. So basically hung out. We went to like watch a concert. It was actually my first ever concert that I've ever been to, and it was Post Malone. And Post Malone is someone that I really like as an artist. I really like his music, and yeah, I'm quite grateful to. I'm very grateful actually to be able to go to a Post Malone concert as my first one. So yeah, it was a pretty cool experience. I really enjoyed it. Um, and yeah, I mean, it was just, but it kind of, I didn't really have any expectations. I was just really excited, and it was really good. Like, it turned out to be really nice. Just nice hearing the music live and everything. So that was cool. But what I wanted to talk about is when I was away with my friends, we booked like an Airbnb for the weekend, and we just hung out. We hadn't hung out in like a while. And one of the things we were talking, actually, topics of conversation came up, and it's just about kind of doing things for yourself and how it's not very common, or most people don't tend to do things for themselves that they really should be doing. And what I mean by that is actually showing up for yourself when you need yourself the most, or just showing up for yourself in general. Because it's quite easy for you to motivate someone. It's quite easy for me to just talk about, like what we should be doing, or my water bottle's gone. It's quite easy for me to like just say, what we should be doing, and not even what we should be doing, but like how we can start to take action in a certain way, just to try and get results that we want to get. And when you're kind of telling, like when someone asks you, it could be a friend. Have you ever had that moment where, a friend just come up to you and just asked you for some advice, or maybe just like, what do you think of this, or they've just been not feeling like completely 100% motivated, but then you just give them a piece of advice, and then they're like, oh yeah, that's really nice. But we often kind of fail to disregard our own motivation, like how we hype ourselves up. And it's easier for you to just be like, like say, I'll do it tomorrow, or nah, man, I just push it aside. I'll get it done, but later on in the week. Whereas it's very different when you talk to someone else, because when you talk to someone else, sometimes you're like, no, you have to do this. You have to get this done. Like, what are you doing? This is bad for you. You're procrastinating here. But in real life, when you kind of treat yourself that way, you don't tend to do that. Like I've been in many situations where like I'm just like, oh man, I can't be asked to go to the gym today. I'm not really feeling it. I'm not going. And you don't end up going. Or, oh man, I can't be asked to do some work today. I'll take a rest day. I'll do it when I feel a bit better. But you put it off. And yes, you can make the argument, or you can make the case where like basically you might not be 100% at what you're doing, and yeah, that probably might be the case. So say like, if you're just not like mood-wise, you're not in it, or even like for example, like this weekend, we went Post Malone. I'm so tired. Like even today, I probably got like, I don't know, 3 hours of sleep. I was exhausted this morning. But I knew that I had to go to gym today because number one, it was my training day, and number two, it's kind of essential. Like it's a big goal of mine, and I want to be able to kind of reach my goal. But I realized like I'm not going to be able to give my 100% of my energy and my effort into my goal today, purely because I'm really tired, I'm sleep deprived. But if I had let this off, if I had said, no, I'm not gonna go to the gym today, I would have achieved nothing. Like literally, like there's nothing gained. And I think I went to the gym, I literally just coming back now from the gym, and all I did was an hour of cardio and then a couple of exercises from my normal routine for weight training. And even though I only did probably about 50% of my normal workout, or maybe a little bit more, I'm still really pumped. I'm still really happy that I actually went. Like post workout right now, I'm so happy that I went. But in the beginning, in the morning at least, I was like, I don't know, should I go to the gym? I'm not sure. But now that I actually went, I'm like super kind of pumped. I'm ready because I just felt like even though it was a tough weekend, it was long, it was tiring, but showing up for yourself when no matter what the circumstances has to be a priority, because because if you don't do it and you procrastinate, then you're further away from your goal, whether if you were to do it, and you just forget what your mind is thinking, because your mind is seeking comfort here. And in the morning my mind was seeking, let me just go back to bed, let me just have some nice food, put on a movie or something, just let me go back to bed and just rest. Whereas like my future self mind is like, I gotta do it no matter what, because the kind of small challenges that you face now will affect your future development and how close you are going to be to your goal later on. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, like, it's easy to motivate other people and it's easy to tell other people like, oh, you're doing this, you should be doing this, because otherwise it's procrastination. But the real test is, are you doing what you need to be doing? Show up for yourself when you need it the most, and just show up yourself at every single moment. Trust me, like honestly, seek discomfort, show up for yourself, and you're gonna get a lot done.